Hello.
Sir, you can come in. She's nice. She'll just sit for a second. She's very nice.
All right.
See, there you go. See? You can be nice. Hi.
Hello.
Lily, off.
You Grayson or?
Yes. I'm
Okay.
Grayson.
Okay. So how can I help you today?
I'm gonna get my boss.
Oh, Sheree, I need to run some.
Hello.
Thank you for coming,
Yeah.
officer. Where do we start?
Yeah. So she's a public figure online,
Okay.
and we have people threatening to extort her. This started in April. They started with public threats. We have pretty good, solid proof that former employers had hacked her iCloud account,
Okay.
and then posted stuff online that they were gonna go public with her messages, and then
Private messages.
Yeah, and then things settled down, and then the last couple weeks things have been ramping up again. We've got somebody sent us an email today that was sent out.
This has gone as far as NewsNation and Law&Crime. So I'm a true crime reporter.
Okay.
And like Law&Crime and even NewsNation are reaching out about my private messages. So this is like national, and I think why it's an extra big concern. It's actually not just about me, as you know, as a police officer. True crime is true. It's real. People forget that. There are. I'm an investigative journalist.
Okay.
I have been to numerous trials. I work with numerous victims.
Mm-hmm.
And if these private messages of mine come out between employees, it won't just be me that's harmed.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a lot of people that is harmed. And we have private emails that have now come from a Proton email saying true crime, more like true lies. We know you've been talking about all these people to name all these victims that are nationally known victims. Like we were just at the Gabby Petito Foundation dinner. Like we work with numerous high profile victims of crime. Like, and again, these are, I share off the record conversations with them. You know, like things that like people
Off the record conversations with who when you say them?
The ex-employees.
Okay.
Because they're my employees, and I'm like, hey, I learned this information. I'm going to go forward with this. We can't say this.
Did you have an NDA with them?
I did not.
There's the big challenge right there.
They posted threats online, threatening to release her public stuff, her private stuff.
And we have sent from a reporter.
I'd have to see what those are.
Yeah.
Do you have a lawyer already?
I have a lawyer that is my brother. He sent cease and desist, and someone wrote back saying, okay, dear Lauren's brother. I mean, he's a good lawyer, you know, so that's why I use him. But, you know, they, but yeah, he sent cease and desist and said these are very private, and he cited case law and laws. And I have those, the cease and desist sent. And,
Cited the computer fraud for hacking your.
Well, did you share your password with employees so they could do things under your premise? Like in your absence, you says, here's my password, go ahead and...
I sent them some passwords, but then the employment terminated.
Okay.
And I changed what I thought were all my passwords, and I am concerned that I had given them... I did not ever give them permission to get in an iCloud whatsoever.
Okay.
And the employment had terminated, and I actually think they went and figured out how to get into it.
Okay.
So that was a matter of permission.
I'm not a big IT person, so I mean, how they could hack it, because Apple's one of the hardest things to hack. So it would have to be, I'm leaning more to the point of a shared password that wasn't changed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when were they terminated? Did you have a termination letter, or what'd you have?
Yeah, Yeah. I have termination letters.
But you don't know who's. So it sounds like there's more than one
There's
more than one person that could be doing
there's
this.
multiple people involved. The people I've talked to have been saying names of who's involved, and they are telling me you need to be prepared for this to go public. They want her head on a platter. They want to destroy her.
Okay.
Like, these people are. I have the first threat here, and I have the email that we got.
So what's the threat? What's the words of the threat?
This one was public service announcement. So, for context, she had a private conversation with another person who works for her this day, and just that she was really upset about the falling out and how this ended, the employment stuff ended. And 2 hours later, this goes on social media. Public service announcement. You better quit lying in private before the truth gets told in public. I'm not sure if you're suffering from delusions or amnesia, but you're trying to play with OG Crash House. We don't mind exposing what needs to be exposed. Didn't act you as a courtesy, but don't mistake that for hesitation. They put that in a public forum.
Okay.
And then at first,
take a screenshot of that if you can.
Oh, I have it.
Okay.
At first, I told her, I'm not sure that this is what you think it is. Like, this could just be coincidence. And then...
Or an idle, a threat in a sense of, oh, we have stuff on you, but maybe they don't.
Right. Well, and I was like, how would they have... But how would they have gotten that message?
Yeah. Give me 1 second here. Hey, I'm going to call for service right now. Are you going to be in that area for a little while, or? You got a particular location you got to visit? Okay, I'll see if I can get off. I'll text you when I get done with this call for service and see if you're still in the area then. All right, thanks a lot, man. Bye.
So when they posted this, they said, I'm not sure, but I started digging. By that point, you had lost access to your emails. That we thought was really strange. We're like, that's weird. You've lost access to your emails. I was able to recover those and locked everything down. I could tell that things had been messed with.
Okay.
And then we went to a trial that we were reporting at 2 weeks later, and somebody came up to you and said, all your messages are everywhere. People have them.
And they're horrible.
And so that's when we...
And other people
Did they say specific though? Because to say there's a lot of them out there that's not specific. That just I'm just trying to say that somebody truly saw, or they're saying that they saw.
We received some of the messages that are out there.
You received the messages that somebody else.
Screenshots of my private messages from a person that shouldn't have had them.
Okay.
And exactly what I thought. This person was hurt by things said about her in private.
Okay.
I apologize, but again, like I said, people just think this is a fun game for them, and like there's one person who volunteered for me, for example. I'm just using an example. I learned is suicidal.
Mm-hmm.
And behind the scenes, as she's volunteering for me, behind the scenes, people are complaining. My employees are complaining about this person. Mm-hmm. I'm like, look, I know, she's annoying, but just deal with it.
Yeah.
If she gets this, you know what I mean? This is to me, I'm like, and I know you guys deal with this every day. People are assholes, but she could self-harm. Do you know what I mean? This is so upsetting on so many levels. Not just oh, woe is me.
Right.
I care about all these.
I get it.
People.
I get it. But my job is to decipher if there's a criminal act or not.
Correct. Okay.
So I'm there's a lot of crummy people out there that are horrible to other people. Whether it's child against a parent against a child, saying ugly things, saying many ugly things, which is despicable, but it's not against the law.
Sure.
So that's what I need to do is decipher if a crime has been committed, and then what route we would go down to trying to prove that.
Yeah, correct.
Because cybercrime is it's a whole different challenge and stuff.
So, I agree.
And
I hear what you're saying.
If they're not asking for money, it's hard to say that there's extortion there. Okay. So, or asking for something in return. That's hard to say that there's extortion because, if you look at just the political arena, people have dirt on people, Right. Hey, I'm going to let this out if, you don't do this for me. Sure. That would be extortion, sure. But if for being vindictive or saying, I know you're not telling the truth, so unless you tell the truth, I'm going to let this out. That's not really for money or personal gain. That's just saying, hey, I'm going to out you.
Right.
Right. So the crime in that is, there's no real crime. So then it comes down to you did share passwords with persons, so it would be like, well, when were these conversations or when were these emails compared to, did they forward themselves the emails or copy the emails, 10 weeks ago compared to they were fired 2 weeks ago and got in there and got them within the last 2 weeks. I mean, if there was something that you could say, yes, this is a conversation I had 2 weeks ago, nobody knew about it prior, and all of a sudden now they know about it, then it's like, okay, well, they shouldn't know about it because you changed your passwords, and we can cut the date off at this. 10 weeks ago was a conversation compared to 2 weeks ago was a conversation. These people were let go 4 weeks ago, so there's no way they should have known this stuff, because that's where the NDAs come in hugely. Huge. NDAs are lifesavers for people like you.
Yeah.
So, and celebrities, Hollywood, all that stuff.
She signed one with her lesson. Unfortunately, they were my employees. Well, I probably wasn't considered a public figure, and then I got.
You trusted them, and unfortunately, I mean, I've had a small business, so I get it.
Yeah.
They're great until they're not.
Right, and then it sucks, and then now that I'm a public figure, and there are other people that could be really hurt by this. Yeah.
So
and the other people to be hurt, then they would be the victims, though, not you. So I understand that you're feeling for them and you don't want them to be hurt. I understand that. But at that point, if they are hurt, that would be them going after persons based on them being the victim of whatever that is. Does that make sense?
June 9th,